friends, it's Tuesday, April 4th. We just finished our Board of Supervisors meeting. We started at about 9:06 and ended, I don't know, must have been around 2 o'clock. And so I just wanted to say this is my last Board of Supervisors meeting, and this will be my last summary. I'll talk a little bit later because I don't want to get too emotional. I'll get to the business right away. So we had several speakers, some that came to just thank me, which I'm greatly appreciative of. And we had executive session items, and so that sort of delayed some things. The biggest issue that we talked about, a couple big issues. One of them was the acquisition of Kelly Ranch or Desert Springs subdivision. This is something that has been in the works in Pima County for a very long time. When my dad was on the Pima County Board of Supervisors in 1990, this property came up as a property to be developed, and he was integral in ensuring that that didn't happen. But in the meantime, it's sort of been something that our staff has been wanting to acquire, and it wasn't until we allocated and I'm really proud to have said that our office were the spearheaded the project to ensure that we dedicated funding to acquiring open spaces. That is what allowed us to be able to today acquire the Kelly Ranch, 108.8 acres right near Catalina State Park. It's just beautiful. It is ensuring that we are extending the wildlife corridor, that we're ensuring that that space is protected. And I was so proud to be able to vote for that and that be one of our last votes. So thank you to everyone who came out to talk about the importance of this property. And I'm just very excited that item passed 4-1. And then we had a big update on federal issues, federal and state issues, and how those things are affecting Pima County. Thus far, we've had 103 executive orders from the current Trump administration and 149 legal actions. And so we're continuing to talk about and had a discussion even on the dais about where does Pima County fit in and when do we start to get involved in some of these legal actions. Right now, the federal government, something that I talked about 2 weeks ago, and when this even happened in January, I anticipated that they were going to start withholding reimbursement because that was something that was happening in other states, and it has now happened in Pima County. So they are withholding the reimbursement of about $10 million to date. But what we are very concerned about is the direction to stop, change, or eliminate certain grants. And thus far, the health department has had to deal with the largest brunt of that. About $2 million over health disparities grant and vaccine equity grant. And the unfortunate piece of it is that 22 positions are are funded by these two grants. And these grants are really going out into rural areas that do not have access right now to health services. And that's the program. Those are the programs that are being cut. So it's really disappointing and discouraging, and we're watching that very carefully. We also are seeing that there is the likelihood of potential layoffs because 92% of the grants that are in the health department are federal pass-through grants. And so that's going to be a tremendous shift in the scope of the grants. And what we have to do now is when they're asking us to change the original direction and that, we wrote a grant, this is what we were going to do, and now because of the change in administration, they want us to do something different. How does that impact the county? And do we decide that we're not going to go after those grants because the shift is so significantly different than what our values are in Pima County that we opt not to do it? So that's going to be a discussion that this board and administration is going to really have to delve into. There are approximately 121 federal positions that have been eliminated to date in USAID and other programs that work very closely with health departments in counties and cities throughout the nation that are going to be really significantly impacted. And our state budget, also, we have little progress right now on a new state budget because there have not been negotiations or meeting of the minds with the governor's office on this budget. And so that's something that we're also looking to. We approved a timeline. The other big issue we did is we approved a timeline for my replacement. And so we all accepted unanimously, which was a very weird position for me to be into, to accept my own resignation letter. We accepted 5-0. and also approved a timeline that is going to ensure that there is someone sitting and representing District 5 at our next meeting. And so on my last day at the office is April 4th. And there will be a new person hopefully appointed on April 15th. And so what that looks like is that will be on our website. We'll do a graphic. You have to be a Democrat. You have to be of legal age, registered voter in District 5. And the requirements are to put a resume together, a letter of interest, and then sign a financial disclosure form and a conflict of interest form. Those are required. And then what will happen is the applications will be accepted beginning April 2nd, which is tomorrow, right early, 9 a.m. And the portal will close to accept those applications on next Monday at 5 p.m. Then we'll have hopefully a forum, which I will be tuning into because I will be very interested in who has decided to apply. And then the board will decide to vote on a new person that will join them that day. So I just want to thank you all for the privilege and honor of serving in this position. It has been an incredibly difficult decision for me to make, and I just want to thank you for keeping up with Pima County politics. Stay safe, my friends.